We're joined by University of Tampa, represented by head coach Katnack, and student athletes Marissa Lissenby, Molly McIlvaney, and Berkeley Whaley. We're going to start off with remarks from Coach.
Thank you. First of all, it's never easy to win one of these, and they never feel any less sweet than the others. We've been fortunate to win a bunch, and you keep thinking, we've been ranked number one so long ago, we're going to be the dominant team, and that's not the case. They're so difficult to win. Palm Beach tonight was special and pushed us to the limit. Our kids had to grow up a bunch tonight. We made some critical errors that we had to correct. Individual players corrected, and so I think our progress from this match was just outstanding, and we give a lot of credit to Palm Beach for their tremendous run. They had a great tournament, and they have a tremendous future. There's a lot of young players on their team that are going to be pretty good in the future.
We're going to go to questions now. Players, they really challenged you guys tonight. Do you think going forward that could be very beneficial versus having an easy match?
Absolutely. I think all of us would agree that having a challenge is going to prepare you better for when you get to the Elite Eight. All those teams, every game is going to be a tough game. There's not going to be a team that's going to roll over. So I think that Palm Beach played absolutely amazing tonight, and that really pushed us to play better, and it's going to help us heighten our gameplay.
Marissa, coming in, do you expect to have that dominant of a match?
I mean, yes and no. Like, it just depends on what's open. And today, the right side was open, and Kaylee set the ball really well, and I just had the open line, and that's my favorite swing. So that really helped.
How difficult was it to hit against that front line?
Number 5, I don't remember her name, but she was a great blocker. They said stay away from her out of system because the one ball that I did hit into her, she blocked it straight down. So that was a good job on her. They were a good blocking team, and it was definitely a challenge to get past them.
Molly, can you talk about how you've kind of grown this year, getting into the offense, being around these experienced players? Won this before, kind of this is your first time going to nationals?
Yeah, it's definitely a new position for me, so I've never played libero before. But these girls have been great leaders on and off the court, and have really made me feel comfortable playing with them and everything.
How did you come so far this year? You haven't really had a teammate with a ton of experience at that position, but you seem to really grow into it well.
The blockers do a great job of making my job easier as libero, so yeah.
Coach, touching on what was said about PBA's good defense, good blocking, how were you able to adjust with all the quick shoot sets out to the outside, the step rounds with the middles? Is that more of a planned thing, or is that specific?
Well, they passed so well tonight that they had everything they wanted in their offense, so it made it very difficult for us to defend. What I mean by that, the first contact, when we serve, their first contact, we rate it on a scale of 0 to 3, 3 being a ball right to target or right where the setter's standing, and they averaged a 2.5 all the way through the third set. So they had everything they wanted offensively, and so it made it very difficult to defend. What that means to the defense is our block gets fragmented because we're late in closing, and they have some gaps. The fast ball to the pin, it's a do or die ball, meaning if it's perfectly set and the kid's perfectly on time, it's hard to defend, but there are times when it's too low or too high and they're off balance. And I think that happened a few times tonight, and that's just competition. That's not anybody making real mistakes. But our kids, we have some good individual defenders that played a good team defense tonight, and our young kids grew up a lot. Both DSs coming in, and Molly as a libero, and then Kelsey Watts coming in as our little DS. Both are freshmen, haven't played a ton at their position. Were out of position a few times, but they grew up during the match and made us better. And I wish we had 10 of these matches during the year, and we might lose some of them. That's okay, because we would develop a little bit more in the future. This was an outstanding match, very fun to play in, and a lot of credit goes to Palm Beach and making that an exciting performance for themselves and for us.
Also touching on the excitement of the game, what was it like, this crowd tonight?
I think it's, when you first get out there and you look out in the stands, you might feel a little bit of butterflies. You see all the people there, but I think it's awesome. It's kind of like that seventh man out on the court, when they're cheering for you, and it's awesome because we get a pretty good turnout in a lot of our games, but tonight was probably the most, and it's just nice to have the fans behind you knowing that you're not going to give up, and it's just nice to have the support.
It says we only had 147 people, so I don't know if that's right, but it seemed like a lot more.
Yeah, it felt like a lot more. Sounded like a lot more.
I mean, I think any group of people, like the cheering and stuff, really helps us keep our energy up as well.
To the student athletes, talk a little about the emotional roller coaster y'all went on, especially from the first set being so close to, winning it by a wide margin in the second set and then coming back in that third set and losing such a close set.
I think we really need to be pushed in that third set, and that's what happened. We all have to deal with situations like winning the first two games and losing the third, or losing the first and then coming back and winning from that. And this is one of those games there that we hadn't had yet, and it was good for us to have that.
I think it was like we struggled a lot in towards the end of the third game, and so like the fourth game we just had to get that momentum back. But I think we did a really good job of just staying relaxed and calm, and that's how we were able to get the momentum back and come back in the fourth set. I think all the seniors, especially Megan Burke and Kaylee Patrick, are like really good about that. Every time you like make a mistake or anything, they're there to like get you back up, and are just really supportive.
For all the student athletes, late in those close games there, it didn't seem like there was much in terms of you getting rattled at all as a team. Everybody looked quite calm and composed. Where would you say that composure comes from?
I would say the unity that you have on the court. It's nice when you go into the middle of the court and everyone's looking at each other and you say to each other, "We can do this. It's fine." It cuts out on the anxiety of, "Oh my God, what's going to happen?" So we just come together and you make that eye contact and just let each other know that it's not the end of the world. And Coach talked to us about the sky falling. You can't worry about the sky falling because you have to worry about the next point.
It's not the sky falling, it's Chicken Little. The hen is running around screaming the sky's falling, the world's coming to an end, and I just need them to chill. I will say this, Molly, sometimes you have to take her pulse just to see if she's alive. So she is actually probably the most composed, calm player on the floor as a freshman, and so it's a very unique trait that she has. And, she missed the serve at 24-23. I did finally say it. She missed the serve at 24-23, and then she ended the match serving 5 tough balls. So that takes a lot of composure to be able to go back and not be dwelling on that missed serve. We didn't even have a chance to close out the set because of that serve, yet she came back, and I think she ended the match serving. So that was awesome.
Talk about keeping that composure.
Yeah. Well, besides the missed serve, you just have to not worry about the score and just stay focused on getting the next point, not worry about if you made a mistake the point before. So
Also along those lines, talk about your defensive effort tonight because you finished with 29 digs, which I'm pretty sure is a season high, and seemed just to be all around the ball. Can you talk about your defensive efforts tonight?
yeah, well, like I said, the block made it a lot easier for me. So you just have to get around it, which I struggled with a couple times, and coach told me to stay around the block. So, but yeah, the block did a really good job tonight.
Any more questions?